Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking about the Ostron standing and the bounties that you are able to see in Cetus. Alright, so as far as with the Ostron standing, there are a number of sections in Cetus that affects the Ostron standing. Of course, you got Kanzu right here. Right, as you can see, it says Ostron standing, so you could go to him and actually have this option for you guys right here. It says Ostron standing. As far as with the Ostron, as you can see for the next title, Cetus Whip, Marco, and then you also have the 50,000, so you could go to the next standing. The bounties are right here. Now as far as with these bounties, it has a cycle, so the thing about it is that every 2 hours it will refresh. So you may see like different rewards. As far as with Point Strike, that wasn't there 2 hours ago, so they actually put that there. But as far as with the mission types, like, you know, as far as with this one, I did this one already. Capture the Grineer Commander, capture the leader, find the artifact, spy catcher, capture the new Grineer Commander. It's technically going to be a cycle where they'll change it, where some will be like, you know the commander, null the enemy. There's other ones in there as well. The bottom line to this is that with each of these, you get standing as far as within the Ostron. But as you can see by the levels, this pretty much for the enemy level, it increases. This is the highest one, which is level 40 to 60, 30 to 50, 20 to 40, 10 to 30, 5 to 15. They break it off into tiers. That's how I describe them as far as with the bounties. They break it off into tiers. So the first two, these are like first tier. The middle one is second tier. Because if you compare these two to this one, the third tier has Vigilante Ornaments, Vazarin Unaired Lens. You also have credits, but they also give you like a relic, just like in this one. But as far as with this one, it gives you a Meso relic, Gara's parts. Gara's parts are in here. As far as with the low tiers, you have Gara's helmet, systems. You also have chassis. So the first three tiers have Gara's stuff in it. But as far as with this one, the middle tier, as you can see, Gladiator Resolve, Augur, Seeker, the new mod. That's why this is a middle tier. Those mods that I just said to you guys right here, they're not here. They're not going to be in the first two tiers. As you can see, Hornet Strike, Stretch, Pressure Point. Nobody wants that. The only thing that's worthy in here is Gara's stuff. And also if you're trying to go for the Groglu, which is a resource in the plains that you could get. Alright. The fourth one here, to go along to the fifth. You could also consider this one a medium tier as well. So you could say first two, tier 1. These two are tier 2. And the last one is tier 3. Because as far as with tier 3, you have Breath of the Eidolon, 5 of those. Axie V6 relic. This one was an Axie N4, which is what I got. This resetted. You also get a Cetus Wisp, 2 of them. Kuva, you get Kuva in here as well. Phyrex Rate Blueprint, Swirling Spira, and you also get an Eidolon Lens Blueprint. Alright, so just putting it out there. So this is the last tier that we have, which is the hardest one, and you get the good stuff. So those are the bounties. Alright, as far as with the Ostron standing and which ones affect the Ostron itself, you could fast travel to these guys. You don't actually have to run up to them. You could just fast travel. So the Fisher Lady, she affects the Ostron as well. So as you can see, let me see if I go browse wares. So as you can load up. As you can see, Ostron, it affects it. She is with the whole fishing part. I will make a video covering about this, but pretty much as far as with the Ostron, the fishing lady affects the Ostron. Alright? So, let's take care of that out the way. if you go to the old man over here, old man Subbat, he deals in the whole mining game. He also affects the Ostron as well. Alright, this is with the whole gems game. Alright, so that's him. Now you go, oh, we already did Kanzu already. If you go over to the guy that does the weapons game, customizing your own weapons and such, he also affects the Ostron as well. Alright, he also affects it as well. So the reason why I'm browsing through all of these places within the Ostron standing is because you really have to be selective in what you pick. As far as not even as what you pick, is what you buy to start off. Because if you buy something from one, as far as with your standing, you may not be able to have pretty much deal with your business as far as with either the fishing lady or the old man for the mining gear or for the Hulk guy. Okay, as far as with Master Tensai and Nock, they don't affect the Ostron standing. They just don't. Whatever you have here is pretty much, as you can see right here, you just need 12 Hood Venom Sac, Versatile Alloy, 5-tier Azurite, which is a mining resource. 19 of these. So pretty much with this, I can afford to buy this masking kit for my Kavat, and it will be all good. Nice. So that's pretty much with that. He specializes in that as well. As you can see, there goes that cat right there. Looks real nice. And as far as with Onoko Quill, he has his own standing, which is nice, and it's easy to deal with him. Alright, so you have Master Tensai, which I already went over there. Naka is the same thing as the other guy. So as you can see, I already have the stuff, so I could get a mag mask. As far as with this corporate alloy, the reason why I can't get this mask yet is because I used it in order to increase my standing. So, like I said, everything has an effect, because remember, this corporate alloy, I had to use it so that I can move up as far as with the standing for the Ostron, even though this doesn't affect the Ostron, but the resource, since I used it, I cannot buy this Volt mask yet. As far as with the mag, I could just get this if I wanted to. As you can see right here, I could get this. What else I could get? I could also get this, which is a blueprint. But as far as with this, I find it meaningless. Maybe that's just me, but I find it meaningless. I could get this blueprint. The only thing about it is that I need to get Karkinen antenna. As you can see, launches a bright light blue flare that significantly increases affinity range while active. Is not that useful to me, but maybe for somebody else. Okay. Alright. And last but not least, I'm going to go to Quill Onoko. Alright. Now, in order for you to get in here, you just got to switch to your operator. Alright. Now, as far as with him, like I said, he has his own standing. He's completely separate from the Ostrons. Alright. Now, as far as with him, as you can see, he has his own standing called the Quills. So I already got to Moat and the stuff that he offers. These stuff that he offers has everything to do with your operator. Whether it's you want to get a new suit, get your amp stronger, get as you can see the arcanes, like you see Magnus Vigor. You also have the Virtus Null. All of these pretty much towards your operator and pretty much how you combat the Eidolon, which brings me to this little part right here. As far as with the Quill, as far as with him, sentient cores, intact, exceptional, flawless. You could get intact sentient cores from those little sentient drones that will just hover over areas. Kill them, you get a possibility of getting a sentient core from them. You could get it from them, a sentient core intact. As far as with exceptional and flawless, you gotta be taking out Eidolons. I've already killed at least 3 Eidolons already. I could have done 4 if we decided to go after the lures first, but some person triggered the Eidolon, so I had to backtrack, see if I could get a lure to do that. But instead, they took out a knee. Next thing you know, since we don't have any lures, the Eidolon fled. We couldn't find them. There goes that cycle in the night. A complete waste. That's not here nor there. So that's pretty much for the quills right there. Let's go through the door here. And that pretty much covers the sections that I wanted to talk about as far as with Ostron standing. I included the quills in there as well because he has his own standing. But as far as with the bounties, I've covered what I need to cover as far as with this. It's nothing complicated as far as with the bounties. Once you do the bounties, some will have 5 out of 5 stages. Some will have 4. I believe the low tier one is probably 3 at best. But you can do these. You could keep running them. You won't get any Ostron standing once you complete it the first time, but you can keep running it so you could keep getting rewards. Either if it's an Eidolon lens or a Kuva, well, whatever it is, you could keep running these. So as you can see, it's only 6 minutes left. Well, 5 minutes and 59 seconds left. This is going to get refreshed as far as, you know, the mission types. Like the missions that are here, they're not going to be the same. Like probably this one may be up here. Spy Catcher may be down below as the hard one. Capture their leader may be somewhere in the middle. Or they may just change the name to something else. That's pretty much how the bounties work. Every 2 hours, it gets recycled, refreshed. I like this thing as far as what they did for the bounties. It gives us something to do, and every experience to me is different. Even though for most of us by now, we know how to do the missions anyway. But the enemies, as far as the level, they just come at you in swarms. The 4th and the 5th one, depending on the squad that you're running with, you got to be on your P's and Q's because they can one-shot you at a moment's notice. If you're not careful, they can one-shot you. So you gotta be on your A game. And once you go through the stages and whatnot, you will see you'll get this amount of standing, this amount of standing. But the standing that you get throughout the time, it will, I think it equals to the amount of Ostron you get, or probably once the mission is over, they just give you the whole standing on it. But once you complete it, you get standing regardless anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Just go through the stages. Once you finish it, you see the reward for you. And once you do that, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it as far as with the video, guys. I'll catch you later, man. So peace out.